What's up, y'all? So, a lot of you are reaching an era with yourselves where you are going to become um, very critical and very critical of yourself. This is a plateau of leveling out. And what's going on with this leveling out, a lot of you are starting to find out that if you're not leveled out, then you don't have any ground up underneath your feet. You're starting to understand that you got to get some ground up under your feet to even be able to go anywhere. That's what's been missing this whole time is leverage. You can't level out with the ground. You can't level out the steps that you take up underneath your feet. You can't level out with people on the side of you. You can't level anywhere unless you're leveled out. So a lot of you are going to start becoming more critical of how to gain leverage, how to get leveled out, how to be able to have the ground under your feet, how to be able to stand, with other people, how to be able, to walk side and side with other people. With this is what's going on. This is an era that a lot of you are waking up to and starting to come into. Being critical and being picky about things that you do, things that you do with people, things that you do with groups of people, conversations that you have with people, conversations that you don't have with people, returning energy back to people that gave you your energy or bestowed their energy upon you when their energy wasn't never needed in the first place. There's nothing wrong with being picky or being critical. You're going to be critical about what type of gestures you receive from other people. You're going to be critical about who you let pray over you and who you let pray into your life, because you don't know what people are saying to you. You're going to be critical about who you meet up with. You're going to start being critical about places that you go. You're going to be critical about the type of information that you take in. You're going to be critical about different type of songs that you listen to. A lot of you are just going to be real picky because you have to tighten up, and that just is what it boils down to. A lot of you are going to have to tighten up so you can walk that walk and talk that talk. But see, what a lot of you are starting to find out is that the conversation that you've been talking, the game you've been speaking all this time, has been gained from other people. The walk you've been walking hasn't been your walk. It's been somebody else's walk. Nothing has came from you, which is what you're going to be waking up to. Nothing has came from you. Everything has came from everybody else that you've been around. Everything has came from people that push their thoughts or push their beliefs, push their belief systems, push their opinions off on you. You gonna realize that you ain't touched a microphone yet. You gonna realize that you ain't walked into a room yet. You gonna realize that people ain't heard what you had to say yet. Because the whole entire time, You thought you were doing the talking. You thought you was the one walking the walk, but it wasn't you. It wasn't you at all. It was them. It was them laying things upon you that they wanted you to say. It was them laying actions on you, making you become their muscle, making you put things into action and make things be a go. Things never came from your mouth, although your eyes seen them. Things never came from your heart, although your heart felt them. This is going to give you a chance to really become an awesome person, a unique person. This is going to give you leverage. This is going to be the ground that's underneath your feet, because a lot of people have never heard you before. And what I need you to understand is, when these people afflicted their thoughts and opinions on you, or their muscle, the way you act, they manipulated you. They manipulated the room. They manipulated the dynamics. They basically silenced you in a nutshell, because they knew you had a crowd waiting on you. You had an auditorium waiting on you that was bigger than what they had or what they could ever imagine. And by you walking in their light, by you talking their language, speaking their tongue, you created a lot of enemies. You made a lot of people not care for you because they thought that was you. But there's a change on the horizon, because you're going to have a change of heart. And like I said, you know what's missing now. Leverage to get leveled out. You'll be able to speak your own mind. You'll be able to speak your own thoughts. You'll be able to speak from your own heart. You'll be able to enforce your own set of rules. Do you know there's people waiting to hear from you that ain't heard from you yet? There's people that's sitting in these packed houses want to know what you got to say. Want to know what you think about this. They ain't never, ever, ever heard you speak. But they're getting ready to. Be on the lookout. It's a new you coming. I love you. Mwah.